Wangaratta, it is not goodbye, we will pull out again. My wahine and Wangaratta.
So it's on the entrance to Wangaratta. It's just beautiful.
Stood before her work. She looked around everywhere.
Amazing work in the ceiling. Amazing work. Look at that. Very clever. What is it, sweetie?
So this is actually lolly tubes that the kids get in with a seal top and bottom. You cut the top of the seal off and you usually put it in your mouth. She's actually cut the top and bottom seal off and then joined them together to the lolly neck. And she's also screwed it on the outside and put all the seal. Lucky they don't have any ants here.
The painter stood before her work. She looked around everywhere. She saw the pictures and she painted them. She picked the colors from the air. Green to green, red to red, yellow to yellow in the light, black to black when the evening comes, blue to blue in the...
It's a wine press membrane.
This one too, I guess. The texture in it's nice.
She says there is something innately psychological about the ingestion of sugar and alcohol. Neither is essential for survival. Both are marketed profusely.
So it's possum.
24 paw possum. This one they would have made from an old blanket, an old blanket, like an army blanket, and then embroidered on.
This is a good one.
That's the second too.
She towed the line, she held her end up, she did the...
This is a bit nicer, Mark. They are the possums, though. Fox maybe. And there's the rest of the tails. The tails were from the first one. These little tubs of felt. The bias point of that one. So the blanket's not there. So they've carried the line of the fold that looks like they did when they dyed it. So it looks like they've stamped these, so they've rolled the, they pushed it on. Could have even ironed it in. I'm not sure about like the big pelt.
Yeah. It's interesting, isn't it? What
they've done right here. So he's dipped a branch and then he goes whack And the branch totally goes onto the, I would say that's what they've done. I don't think you can do that, but this you definitely can. Ah, no. So that's folded in half, there, and then rolled. That's what he's done.
Black to black when the evening comes.
Some coins in it. So, $2 coin, a 2-cent coin,
Right.
a 1-cent coin. And what's that cent? 2?
2.
And what, look how small the 1 cents used to be.
Isn't that fascinating?
When the evening comes, blue to blue through the night.
Gun battle between the infamous Kelly gang and the police followed an extensive and expensive police search for Ned and his gang. Been hiding in the bush for 2 years.
In Australia, a bandit or an outlaw is called a bushranger. One of Australia's most infamous bushranger was a man named Ned Kelly. Ned Kelly was a wild young bush ranger. Out of Victoria he rode with his brother Dan. He loved his people and he loved his freedom, and he loved to ride the wide open land. Ned Kelly was a victim of the changes that came when his land was a sprouting seed, and the wrongs he did were multiplied in legend, with young Australia growing like a weed. Ned Kelly took the blame, Ned Kelly won the fame, Ned Kelly brought the shame, and then Ned Kelly hanged. Well, he hid out in the bush and in the forest, and he loved to hear the wind blow in the trees, while the men behind the badge were coming for him. Ned said, "They'll never bring me to my knees." But everything was change and run in cycles, and Ned knew that his day was at an end. He made a suit of armor out of plowshares, but Ned was brought down by the troopers' men. Ned Kelly took the blame, Ned Kelly won the fame, Ned Kelly brought the shame, and then Ned Kelly hanged.
The end of the story. This is the important part. Calls for the Royal Commission into the events of the Roa siege, Glen Roa siege, began the following day. So it did change a few things.
Northeast Victoria in the 1870s gained a reputation as a lawless country, where cattle and horse stealing was rife. The new colony's police force expanded into the region to uphold the law. Police stations, lockups, and police camps dotted the district, including Wangaratta, EWY, Benalla, Wangaratta, Everton, Benalla,
They turned him out of Beechworth jail in 1871. He put in 3 long years behind those walls for the stealing of a horse he swore he'd never done. But now he sees the sun and turns his back upon it all. Walk softly, cried the magistrate who counted up the score. Walk softly, cried the turnkey as he clanged the iron door. Walk softly, cried his comrades cringing on that prison floor. But the sun is on the meadow, and the wind is in the gum tree, and the Beechworth jail is many miles.
His sister's red scarf that alerted the train.
Oh, was it?
Yeah. And his sister's red scarf that he handed.
Hmm.
And they knew to get off.
That was all the policemen.
In a prison ship in shackles, his father reached this land. He stole 1 pig, and for that crime he paid. Inside a cold, dark prison cell, he died a broken man. And he left his wife to curse the crown while his children dug his grave. Speak softly, cried the jailer, laying slop upon his plate. Speak softly, cried the turnkey as he opened up the gate. Speak softly, cried his mother, it's been oh so long to wait. But the sun is on the meadow, and the wind is in the gum tree, and the Beechworth jail is many miles behind you.
They told him it was over, and his song was damn well sung. They told him wild astray he'd have to change,
And he'd better watch his temper, and he'd better mind his tongue.
for the next time that he walked inside those gates he'd surely hang. Speak boldly, cried his father.
The old mustard tin for his bullets.
Boldly cried his country, there's a trust that's been betrayed.
Doesn't that look great? That's a great piece of art. And I like this one. What does that say? Lazy Harry.
Oh, that's this guy that there's a song about it. That's very heavy duty metal, that one.
Sure is.
Oh, feet.
Speak boldly, cried his father from the grave in which he lay.
Speak boldly, cried his country, there's a trust that's been betrayed.
Speak boldly, cried his conscience, there's a debt, and it must be paid. That the sun is on the meadow, and the wind is in the gum trees, and the Beechworth jail is many miles behind you.
Oh, look at this. You get to dress up.
Yeah, that's where the photos came from, wasn't it?
That the sun is on the meadow, and the wind is in the gum trees, and the Beechworth jail is many miles behind you.
What did you find, Tony?
Interestingly, in 1997, a pistol was found here. It's way after
Wow,
It's like recent-ish.
it is.
If someone came through with a metal detector or something. Police by tapping on his breastplate with his gun. Ned called out to his brother Dan, who was still trapped inside the inn. The police scattered and all three outlaws opened fire. The pretty strangers at gunfire with Ned moved towards a huge white fallen gum tree. Someone shouted out to him, "That's the corpse." It is a corpse. It's tilted wrong.
Yeah.
Most of his captured days when Ned hobbled past the inn to where his horse stood in a fan-shaped tree. He had no option but to pull off the belly and sympathise with the
Poor Ned, you're better off dead. At least you'll get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back. Boy, they're gonna hang you high. 1878 was the year I remember so well. They put my father in an early grave, slung my mother in jail. Now I don't know what's right or wrong, but they hung Christ on nails. 6 kids at home and 2 still on the breast. They wouldn't even give a bail. We sing, "Poor Ned, you're better off dead. At least you'll get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back. Boy, they're gonna hang you high." No, I wrote a letter about Stringy Bark Creek so they would understand that I might be a busher ranger, but I'm not a murdering man. I didn't want to shoot Kennedy or that Copolani gun. He alone could have saved his life by throwing down his gun. We sing, "Oh Ned, you're better off dead. At least you'll get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back. Boy, they're gonna hang you high. We'll hoist the flag and stars and we sing, "Oh Ned, you're better off dead. At least you'll get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back. Boy, they're gonna hang you high. Poor Ned, you're better off dead. At least you'll get some peace of mind. You're out on the track, they're right on your back. Boy, they're gonna hang you high."
So we've just pulled up at Benalla. We thought we'd go into the art gallery.
Through the ranges rode Ned Kelly, an outlaw fearless and bold. You led an outlaw gang, Ned Kelly, and robbed the squatters of their gold. With pistol and rifle.
Im-
Tiny stitches.
With pistol and rifle they fought you, dead or alive they sought you. 5,000 in gold was the price on your head. Your life's in the balance, it hung by a thread. Through the ranges rode Ned Kelly, an outlaw fearless and bold. You led an outlaw gang, Ned Kelly, and robbed the squatters of their gold. With armor you were protected, the bullets were to be deflected. The trooper's final volley cut you to the ground. Your life's near its end, but it's not heaven bound. Through the ranges rode Ned Kelly, an outlaw fearless and bold. You led an outlaw gang, Ned Kelly, and robbed the squatters of their gold. And robbed the squatters of their gold.
Mona Lisa, men have named you. You're so like the lady with a mystic smile. Is it only 'cause you're lonely they have blamed you for that Mona Lisa strangeness in your smile? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is this your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Do you smile to tempt a lover, Mona Lisa? Or is this your way to hide a broken heart? Many dreams have been brought to your doorstep. They just lie there and they die there. Are you warm? Are you real, Mona Lisa? Or just a cold and lonely, lovely work of art? Mona Lisa, Mona Lisa.
I've always played the part of Shakespeare. stories for somebody else. Think that I'm ready to start a new chapter. I've been looking for some way to turn it around, looking for someone to give me the crown. I wanna feel like I finally matter. I wanna be a Mona Lisa. The kind of girl that you can dream of. And I always have the words, but I don't wanna say it. Wish I could paint a smile on my face. I wanna be a Mona Lisa. So is there anybody out there who could change my point of view? The way that Van Gogh uses yellow, or the self in Frida Kahlo, I could be that for you. I'm so tired of being a book on the shelf, tired of stories for somebody else. Think that I'm ready to start a new chapter. I've been looking for some way to turn it around, looking for someone to give me the crown. I wanna feel like I finally matter. I wanna be a Mona Lisa. The kind of girl that you can dream of. And I always have the words, but I don't wanna say it. Wish I could paint a smile on my face. I wanna be a Mona Lisa. I think I'm ready for my close-up, baby. There's nothing left to do and nothing left to lose. Let me be your muse. Wish I could paint a smile on my face. I wanna be a Mona Lisa.
Starry, starry night, paint your palette blue and gray. Look out on a summer's day with eyes that know the darkness in my soul. Shadows on the hills, sketch the trees and the daffodils. Catch the breeze and the winter chills in colors on the snowy linen land. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now. Starry, starry night, flaming flowers that brightly blaze, swirling clouds in violet haze, reflect in Vincent's eyes of china blue, colors changing hue. Morning fields of amber grain, weathered faces lined in pain, are soothed beneath the artist's loving hand. Now I understand what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they did not know how. Perhaps they'll listen now, for they could not love you, but still your love was true. And when no hope was left in sight on that starry, starry night. You took your life as lovers often do. But I could have told you, Vincent, this world was never meant for one as beautiful as you. Starry, starry night. Portraits hung in empty halls, frameless heads on nameless walls, with eyes that watch the world and can't forget, like the strangers that you've met. The ragged men in ragged clothes, a silver thorn, a bloody rose, lie crushed and broken on the virgin snow. And now I think I know what you tried to say to me, and how you suffered for your sanity, and how you tried to set them free. They would not listen, they're not listening still. Perhaps they never